What up, what up, what up, what up? How you guys going? Welcome to today's sixth episode. I'm proud of the sixth episode of the Glitched Out Show. We're going to cover a bunch of great things. I'm very excited about today's show. Thank you guys for being here. We got my boy JT, Blackiechan, and the one and only Raging Ravage in the building. We're going to cover a plethora of events from YouTube's demonetization backlash. Content creators are thinking of Plan A's and Plan C's. We're going to cover Days Gone and a bunch of other general topics such as Google's Pixel 2 event. All right, guys? So, say hello.
Hello.
What's up?
And we got Blackiechan here with us too.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
All right, so just for a quick rundown, everybody introduce themselves, what they do, what platform they're on, and then we'll go from there. JT.
What's up? My name is JTmerrell. I stream a little bit on Mixer at the moment. I'm not sure which one. I'm swapping between Twitch and Mixer. Lately, it's been Mixer though. I stream Cuphead and so far Fortnite. That's it, I believe, so far.
And then Blackiechan.
All right. What's up, guys? I'm Blackiechan. I do YouTube videos mainly. If you know my name, that's probably where you know me from. But I'm also a streamer on Mixer. I stream Minecraft as well as Fortnite. Those are my two main games right now. Got started a few years ago, and I'm excited for the road ahead.
And then the one and only Raging Ravage. The people who haven't met you yet, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
All right. I am a streamer in hiatus at the moment, partner Twitch streamer, and I play a lot of ARC. I did a lot of roleplay, GTA, and Survival of the Fittest, and PUBG recently with you, carrying your ass.
we don't talk about that right there. But I did. That's how I had the pleasure of meeting Ravage. You're also a community manager, or I guess upper admin inside the RP First community, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I'm one of the founders of the RP First community.
And as far as I know, RP First has a ARC RP server and a GTA RP server, correct?
Yeah, that's right. We have two. So we have a GTA 5M server that we have modded all to bejesus. And we also have a RP server on RP First, which is actually at the moment is the most populated server for Ark Survival Evolved in North America and Europe combined.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Awesome. So if anybody's looking for a ARC RP server or a GTA RP server, RP First is the place to go. All right. So I want to jump right into it. Raging Rabbits, this is for you since this is your first time on the show. Thank you so much for being here, man. So we get to know you a little bit, man. How did you come by your name, Raging Ravage?
Okay, so that's actually an interesting story. The Ravage portion was when I was younger. A girl, like one of the first girls, like hit on me. This is when I was really young. She said I looked like this guy. His last name was Ravage. So like that was like my first vindication of getting hit on by a girl, and I was really young. So that's where the Ravage came from. Now Raging Ravage is actually a play on Raging Savage. I casted or commentated the MLG Pro League with Benson and Rich Campbell, who does like the World of Warcraft for MLG and Activision Blizzard now.
Yeah.
And I had well, they used to call me the Xbox Daddy, but the other thing they used to call me was Raging Savage, or because of Ravage the Savage. So I used to have both those nicknames. So that's where the name came from commentating MLG, and the players call me a savage due to. Well, I used to roast the shit out of them.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. So when did you start streaming and why did you start streaming? And I know you stream on Twitch right now, primarily Twitch, correct?
Yeah, so I'm in a bit of a hiatus at the moment, but I started into streaming due to my love for the roleplay content creation, which I had seen actually on Twitch RP, which is where I was started and where I grew into the streamer that I was. Thanks to people like Game With Me and Pedro Sultana, now known as Scoom, and all those guys. They were very generous to me, and they took a liking to me when I started off, and they really helped grow my community when I started out.
Nice. Well, I know you're not one to do so, but how do you go about staying relevant in this ever so changing, content creating ecosystem? I know you're not a man for jumping on bandwagons, but that's the reason why I say that. How do you not care about staying relevant? Do you just kind of just do your own thing and go with the flow?
I mean, relevancy is a big part of streaming, I think, because without maintaining relevancy, you're going to lose your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's a constant struggle of staying true to who you are and doing the things you enjoy while maintaining relevancy among your community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't lean one way or the other. I think you need to find the middle ground there,
Mm-hmm.
personally. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I mean, that's pretty good. So I know you're a man right now. You have a lot of plans. You have a lot of plans down the road. I've talked to you, talked about it. Um, a lot of them are pretty big. What are some of the plans you can share with us of you have coming up, whether for your Twitch channel, I guess, or just you as a person?
So mostly we're on the big kick right now with Team Rival, which I'm the co-owner of. We're on the big kick now of jumping towards season 5 of Smite. We just maintained third place and guaranteed our place as Super Regionals after an amazing few months of competition by our Smite team. And at the moment, we're trying to maintain relevancy going to season 5 and creating a shit ton of content, professional content for esports. So that's where my focus is at the moment. We want to get in there and we want to get the franchise spot with the season 5 of the High Res League, where they're going to be providing $200,000 in fundings per team that are guaranteed those spots.
Good Lord Jesus, that's a lot. That is a lot right there. All right, so you're in. You used to play competitive, correct?
Yes,
All
way
right.
back when.
Way back when. All right, so we're gonna jump right into this before we do cover games. We're gonna jump right into a conversation I think we should cover first. JT, you've been in the spotlight before for esports, right? You do competitive play.
I used to. I'm on a bit of a hiatus, but yes, I used to play Smash Brothers quite
Mhm.
frequently, and I
Yeah,
was
Smash
into
Brothers.
competitive, slightly competitive Call of Duty back in the day.
All right, slightly competitive, and I don't know if we can answer this, but what's your trademark? What's your trademark? What were you known for in the competitive world?
Really? Okay, so I'm known for being a Project M player, if you know what that is. It's a Super Smash Brothers Brawl mod that's pretty much illegal to stream on Twitch and
Well,
other platforms. Mostly because of Nintendo. Yeah, you get that.
yeah.
But I'm known specifically for ripping my clothes off during a live stream into nothing but a Speedo. This bright yellow, black striped Speedo.
Okay. All right.
And then actually, hold on.
Okay. Keep
Getting
going.
whooped after the match.
Wait,
Like
what'd you
just
say? Doing what?
getting whooped. Like I got stomped that game.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So
You
you
didn't
tore?
see that part.
I didn't see that part. I saw you. I didn't see you stripped down. You sent me a picture in Snapchat. I blocked you after. But you So let me get straight. You tore off your clothes and then you got proceeded to get whooped on.
I got bodied. I'll say that. Like I mean, I can say this though. I never lost the set. I didn't lose the set. Like I never lost a set against that guy. It was just that one match in that crew battle that I lost and got destroyed.
All right, that's good to hear. And so you did. Will you be continuing down the esports lane doing Smash? I know you were talking about there's another game coming up that you're actually looking at down the road to start to get to play competitive.
Yeah. I'm planning on playing Icon's Combat Arena. If anyone knows what that is, it's currently in alpha. Like still pretty far in the works, I think. So
Okay.
I'm probably gonna continue that. Now I do plan on coming back to Project M in due time.
All right. Perfect. And I wanna kind of dig more into esports. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a lot about esports, but esports is taking over. Like esports is going ham. Has anybody in the, obviously a guest right now? Have you guys been paying attention to what's happening with esports and Microsoft and stuff like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean Ravage. You know what exactly I'm talking about. Esports is blowing up. I mean, the opportunities are unreal. They're actually talking about for the next Olympic Asia Games. They're talking about having esports in the Olympics. I mean, what do
Oh,
you guys?
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? You're like, oh, it's not a sport. I mean, it does use hand and eye coordination. You know, a lot of those people are very, very talented, and they train just like anybody else for hours on strats, on calls, teamwork. You know, it's
Yeah.
definitely. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see it in the Olympics.
Well, I've heard that they do a lot of actual physical training too
Hmm.
to kind of stay in shape and stuff,
Hmm.
and stay like, as they say, you train the body, you train the mind, kind
Hmm.
of thing. So I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard too. So I mean, if you're training, and I mean, if enough people acknowledge it, I would say 100% it's a sport, and I think at this
Hmm.
point it would be considered a sport.
Oh yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
would be interesting to see as an Olympic event, but and how they handle that at the Olympics. But
Yeah, I could
I mean,
just see the shade being thrown by all the athletes out there. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean,
I,
the Olympics is like a nod back to like the Greek and like Roman and the body form and the perfection and the wrestling and all that
mhm, mhm.
whatever. But I mean, I guess things change over time.
Yeah, I mean everything evolves. You know, everything evolves. I think it's only fair to give esports its spotlight in the Olympics because I mean it's come so far. I think when esports first came out, everybody's like, "Wait, you're playing video games for money? Like, is this real?" It's kind of the same thing. Goes right back to you stream on Twitch, you stream on Mixer, on YouTube, and you play games that people watch you. It's the same thing. It's exhilarating. It's exciting. So I think esports, deserves its spotlight for the Olympics platform. So Rage Ravage, what exactly as of right now, as far as you know, what is happening in the esports world? Where is it transition to? Is it getting more popular? Are certain games coming in, certain games coming out? What's going down right now in the world of esports?
So you're seeing this trend. See, there's predictions that by 2022, this industry was going to be in the billions of dollars in terms of net worth, right?
Hmm.
So we're making that transition now, where you're seeing game developers are putting a real emphasis on making sure that their games are going to be able to sustain an esports ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's becoming more and more important. Look at PUBG; they didn't even want it, right? And they got it, and probably is the biggest thing about that game is the competitive aspect of it right now.
Hmm.
And you see these huge franchising deals coming out now. You look at the LCS League of Legends; they're selling franchise spots now for $10 million, and you're getting traditional sports franchises. And this is why it's interesting to bring up when you're talking about sports and the Olympics and all that. There are traditional sports franchises that are investing into these $10 million, and in Overwatch, the Overwatch League, $20 million franchise spots to come in and get into this industry. It's a
Yep.
growing industry. You know,
Yep.
you have people like the Lakers are in, the Miami Heat, the Boston Bruins from the NHL. I mean, you pick an industry,
Wait,
and
Miami Heat's getting into the esports?
yeah, they're invested in Misfits. They've taken a
What?
controlling interest in Misfits GG. Yep, yep,
Are you?
yeah.
That's interesting.
That is
Yeah,
I
I
I.
had
didn't.
no clue. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Okay. All right. Wow.
I don't know if you guys know this, but you talk about the Olympics. Not so long ago was Call of Duty at the X Games.
That's true. That's
That yeah
true. I
yeah.
do remember that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So that I think that's actually profound, and that speaks volumes. That I mean, we got sports teams of athletes that have been training hours and hours. You know, in the NBA, WNBA, and are there any football teams, as far as you know, that are investing into esports, or is it kind of just like open season? Everybody's investing.
Patriots are in as well. There are NFL
Oh,
teams. Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Ah, okay, all right.
yeah.
I
Soccer teams,
Yeah.
everything.
Good Lord Jesus. Okay, I gotta I gotta invest while I can. I need to make that money. All right, guys, we're esports team now. But
I'm
you
down.
you kind of touched on about how Pug, a lot of games that come out these days are kind of trying to emphasize on they want to make that transition to esports because if they can make it esports, that equals longevity for that game. You know what I mean? Like Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty. How old is Call of Duty? Does anybody know?
Jeez, I don't know. No clue. All I know, there's a ton of games.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty much it.
I mean, Call of Duty is pretty old, but it has a very strong community behind it and very strong player base, competitive player base. That game has been around for a while. I can't give you a date, but I mean, it kind of shows that, I mean, esports equals longevity. If you can get your foot in the door in esports, you as a dev or as a game, I mean, you're around, to the end of time, pretty much. 2003. Okay, so do you think it's a good or bad thing that companies try to, I guess, develop their game and try to push it towards esports? Do you think that's kind of, I wouldn't say throwing shade, but do you think it's kind of just ignoring the whole other side of the community, like just the normal casual players, or do you think it's a good addition?
I'll let Ravage talk about that for a second. I have something to say as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, I could say something about that too.
Yeah, so the problem that you're getting into now, obviously, is there's an emphasis put on competition, and what's good for competition isn't obviously good for the casual gamer, and that's a complaint you're going to see a lot. So, High Risk Studios, good example. Okay,
Mhm.
I've seen that. I'm familiar with them. Every game they have, they tailor towards esports, and they have success. The problems that they run into, however, is they have a real problem balancing those casual changes with the competitive scene. So
Mhm.
there's stuff that looks absolutely insane to someone who's coming from the competitive side of things with changes tailored towards the casual everyday player, right?
Mhm.
That can drastically affect competition on someone who knows how to play the game at an extremely high level and how to abuse it versus balancing it for the everyday player.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. And JT, you have something to say about it?
Well, there's some things like Smash has been out for a long time, of course. You guys know competitive Smash, Melee in specific, has been around since 2002. And the developers for that, Nintendo, didn't intend in any way for this game to be competitive. And they even admitted at one point that they don't like that it's competitive. And it's just, well, I mean, I'm not gonna get into Nintendo. We're not gonna, no.
No. Come on. No. We're here right now. Come on, let's hear it. Come
No,
on, man.
no, this is not a good idea. I'm not a big fan of Nintendo.
Well, I got an email from Nintendo this week that made me very unhappy.
Well, okay,
So-
can you tell us?
About the email? That was basically that they're not really supporting people streaming Nintendo games anymore.
Oh, man,
Another thing.
Like you can't monetize it anymore. Apparently, I mean, I tweeted out a screenshot of the email because it was just like it was one of the most infuriating things I've ever heard. I was like, "You're joking, right? Like because you can't monetize, maybe I'm assuming on donations they can't monetize. They can't get a cut of your donation, so I'm assuming that's why." But to me, it kind of blew my mind. I was like, you're really gonna go there, and you finally started letting like third party developers start bringing games to your platform.
Mhm.
Like, why go here? Why start going after specific like platforms or content creators like that? Just, I mean, not really going after, but
Yeah.
I just don't see the purpose.
I mean, it's affecting them financially. JT looks
It
like
is.
he's boiling over. Look at him.
My
Get him,
God,
JT.
you
Get him,
have
JT.
no clue. Like, I swear, Nintendo hates money. They do not like money. It's the most frustrating thing because
It's ridiculous. It
He's
is.
he's trying to. He's like, may the Lord Jesus save my soul right now. I mean, okay, I can understand your
like,
frustrations with
man,
Nintendo.
like this has been a huge thing, not monetizing YouTube videos because of Nintendo's content. They don't want you doing that, but they don't. Do they not understand that they're advertising the game to their audience, which could possibly? I mean, sure, if it's a playthrough, if it's a lot of fun, I get it. They're going to get money out of it if they're watching YouTubers play it and they're like, oh wow, I really want to play this game. This YouTuber has a lot of fun with it. Why
I mean,
can't?
that
Why
makes
shouldn't I
sense.
just? Yeah, but they don't no. I mean, it's because they're not letting people monetize that game. It's just people are not going to play their games as much on YouTube. They're not going to show them off as much.
But
Ah,
I know. All right, I feel like me and you, we could
I
all
can
talk
go
about
on.
on and on about Nintendo, but let's try to get back. Let's try to get back on track. What's up, Ravage?
I was just gonna say, like Meryl, you don't have you're luckier than a lot of us. I mean, you're talking about what was it? He's talking about stripping for his bathing suit or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
He was
Earlier,
talking,
so
he was talking about
Pornhub, buddy. You don't have to worry about YouTube. You're
There
good.
you go, bro.
My free cams, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. But my wife She's not
Oh,
quite as supportive of me going to say Chatterbait or something.
Oh, that's too
dang.
bad.
You could have made some serious money, man. We'll talk about this later. All right, so as you said, JT, and I guess you guys spoke earlier, communities kind of feel like if a game is trying to get in the spotlight of esports, it's kind of they're not really honoring the player base that's been behind them from the start, right?
Hold on, could you repeat that?
Oh no. What I was saying was obviously I've seen it, and I think somebody in the podcast mentioned that communities kind of feel like when devs like I can't say pub, but like say CS:GO or another game that's been around for a long time that wasn't in the spotlight in esports gets in the spotlight of esports. They kind of feel like they're not really paying homage to the casual player base. And Raging Ravage did speak on about the skill level and all that stuff in the game balancing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I can agree with that.
All right, cool. All right, so let's move on from that. Let's move on to let's kind of just rewind real quick and let's cover. We're gonna talk about a game coming out called Days Gone. I mean, how many raise your hand if you heard about Days Gone? All right, cool. I can't see Raging Rabbit's hand, but I'm pretty sure he's raising his hand right now.
Oh man, I'm raising it for you.
Okay, good. All right, so this game, if anybody knows, Days Gone is another one of those. I guess like anybody says, another one of those zombie games. But there's something that seems different about this game. Something seems like this actually might work. There's a lot of zombie games out there. I mean, we got what? DayZ. We have a plethora, 7 Days to Die. There's a utopia of zombie games out there that I kind of feel like doesn't really touch on I won't say correctly on the zombie aspect, but they're kind of like a dime a dozen, Oh, zombies this, zombies that. But this game actually looks very promising. We're going to run a trailer real quick. If you guys want to, I think if you guys see it on Mixer or you guys want me to count down, what would you guys prefer?
Whatever you want to do.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. Do it.
Someone asked me once if I remembered how it all went down. As if it happened so long ago that anyone could forget. So yeah, I remember. I remember when our homes and our towns turned into graveyards. When the wilderness became our only hope for survival. I remember when the planes fell out of the skies. When the trains stopped running, when the turbines shut down, and the world went dark. I remember when they put up the razor wire, like it was gonna stop anything. When the feds ran out of body bags.
Dig, rope.
And some of us sort of lost our minds.
I think it's dead.
Some lost more than that. Much more. I remember when we lived by a code, when brotherhood meant something, and living meant more than surviving.
Goddamn liar!
So yeah, I remember how it all went down. I don't give a damn about any of that. You know what I remember most? Riding the open road. The smell of your hair. The touch of your skin. I remember you. But those days are gone. Now I'm a drifter, a bounty hunter, a mercenary. And for me, the broken road is all that's left. But I'll always remember.
Ooh. Okay, all right.
Kind of breaks my heart a little bit.
Did you tear up a little bit right there? So what's everybody's thoughts about? What do you guys think about the trailer? If you haven't seen the trailer already, how do you feel the game? Do you feel like You feel like the game's promising? Do you feel like it's another one of those dime a dozen zombie games that kind of come out, every now and then throughout the year?
I mean, it looks like it'll be really good, but you can never tell nowadays. Like trailers make one thing look a lot better than the game actually is nowadays. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's true. That's true. What I'm hoping out of this game, they don't do a division. The game we don't speak of division. And I think some of you guys might notice where I'm going with this. I hope what they don't do with this game, they don't make it so it's so you're kind of just like thrown in the midst of it. Like they do explain what happened, but they kind of like skim over the surface of it. But they don't just like, all right, here's the game. Now you're like literally in the middle of the apocalypse. I would like for a zombie game to progress to that point. You know what I mean? Like obviously that'll make the game longer, but you know what I mean? Like you would start your day off, it's a normal day. I don't know, like you drive to work or just greet your wife for coffee. You know what I mean? Like so you kind of see the transition from the normalcy of the world to this deep, dark, gritty world. You know what I mean? So it gives you a better handle on what's really happening. There's more at stake rather than kind of just like you're there.
So you want to see a Fear the Walking Dead video game?
Yes. Like that.
that's a great
Yeah,
example.
that was a great
I
example.
feel like it's almost more like an Uncharted though, like an Uncharted zombie game than it is like a pure zombie game. Like it's
Yeah.
almost got. I feel like it might have too much of a cinematic element.
You think so? You think it's kind of just like walk you through the steps, like you're kind of just like go to point A, go to point B. There's some zombies.
Like the your particular character's development is more dependent on the story than what the decisions you make.
Then what's happened to him? As far as I know, I don't think this is one of those Telltale games where each decision you make is going to affect the outcome of the story. That would be so
I hope
dope
it
if
is,
it did. That would be so cool if it did.
Yeah, that would be cool, but I feel like it won't give you enough of that.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be following this game when it comes out. I mean, I'm watching it. The game looks beautiful. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. As you know, we're watching the gameplay right now. This game looks gorgeous. There is one part that I watched this trailer before this. That like right there, the horde. That's what they don't show in a lot of zombie games. They kind of just like glimpse over the horde, like Left 4 Dead. Obviously, like Left 4 Dead is like an arcade shooter, but they finally show the hordes. And actually, these hordes right here come after you. So it's not like they're kind of just there. They're kind of like a side placer. They're kind of like just off in the environment in the background. But these hordes actually come after you. He has to actually run from them.
Is this dude an idiot? This dude's an idiot. Like I haven't seen this trailer. Why? There's a horde of zombies down there. Why would you even make noise like that to push him off? And that's gonna make a lot of commotion.
We've all seen The Walking Dead. We know people do dumb stuff in the zombie apocalypse. But this is what I was talking about. He actually has to run from the zombie hordes. And this is actually what I'm looking forward to. Out of this whole game. Like, they legit come after you.
That's scary.
Right? Like, isn't that... This reminds me of... What is that? What are those movies? 28 Days Later? You know what I'm talking about? Those zombie movies?
Yeah.
Where the zombies aren't just kind of these slow walking, like, zombies are like these quick rabid.
We
zombies.
saw that one leap on him.
Yeah. So I think this game definitely caught my attention. I mean, as of right now, what would you guys give this trailer of gameplay? 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
Like the trailer itself or the trailer and gameplay?
Everything all together.
Okay. The trailer looked really good. It shows that it has a story to it as well. But from like the gameplay, like you can't tell if it's really focused on story as much as the trailer makes it out to be.
Yeah, that's very true.
I think I'd probably give it like a 6.5 or 7. And I feel like the reason I would do that is because I don't know. I feel like I've seen it before without the zombies, but then there's like an element of like Dead Rising, I think.
Yeah, and
that's the only reason I don't give it like an 8 or a 9.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks good. but it kind of feels like I've seen it before, you know?
And I kind of see what you're talking about, Dead Rise. This is the endless zombie hordes, but they're not really a threat. They're kind of just there, kind of mess around with. You know, you're not really threatened by them. You know.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, looking at it now, I'm starting to see like a Left 4 Dead kind of feel with all these
And I
zombies.
love Left 4 Dead. I played that forever. Yeah.
You know what would make this game even better if they made it co-op online? Could you imagine running from zombies with your friends?
And you could do like he did and just like leave your friend behind to get eaten and run away. And don't even pull your gun out to try to save him. Just
I mean,
let
that's
him go.
literally what Left 4 Dead is. You just leave your friends all the time.
You leave them for dead. I get you.
You woke that witch up. That's your problem.
Yeah. But I was saying, this game, if you could play a co-op, would like make or break, you know, friendships for sure. What about you, Ravage? What do you think about it, man?
I think it's really interesting. Like it has like the Last of Us feel, but you're more in the post-apocalyptic. You know, it's not like the big city thing where you start in the Last of Us. So I'd be interested. Is it The Last of Us? What's the name of that one? Sorry, with what the zombie game for PS3? You know what I'm talking
Last
about?
of Us. Yeah, Last
That's
of Us.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of the cinematic feel of that, but like more tailored towards Left 4 Dead, or not Left 4 Dead, Walking Dead.
Yeah. He almost has a Daryl vibe.
Yeah, exactly. It's
like
more
the biker
Daryl.
guy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what would you rate it? I know JT did. I know Blackiechan did. What would you rate it from? I guess obviously we don't have hands on right now. From what you've seen so far, Ravage.
Man, like they hit all the key points. You know how like the West Wing is kind of like a liberal fantasy. This is like a zombie lover fantasy. This whole thing, you know, it hits on all the cool points that is anyone who loves the whole zombie genre or post-apocalyptic genre would love. Like the huge zombie horde chasing you through, you know, using the environment to your advantage. You know, it really puts you in the shoes of actually being in the apocalypse. Which I don't know why anyone would want that, but people are saying that, so.
But you know, everybody wants to live that post-apocalyptic fantasy every now and then. I guess it kind of just popped in my mind. My only concern is will the game is it open world? Because I think they advertise it as open world, or is it one of those games that kind of just steers you down this hallway that kind of just changes every now? You know what I mean? Like
I feel like if it's not open world, it won't live up to the trailer.
I wholeheartedly believe. I was talking to another content creator about this, and he was saying like, oh, you can like set up a tent. You know, you can kind of just, you know, make camp wherever you want. You can make choices and stuff like that. I think he said they might affect the story, but as I saw right now, it seems like the game's kind of just holding your hand, you know what I mean, from point A to point B. Nope, you can't go that way. You're gonna go down here. You know what I mean, like a traditional like Uncharted.
Yeah, I think it's probably goes that direction, but I'm hoping it's open world.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. I hope so too. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna roll on to I think a game that all of us have played, Ark. All right, so they have a new DLC expansion pack coming out this month. There's currently no due date, but it comes out this month, October, of Aberration, the expansion pack. Anybody? I know Ravage, you get down in RP for Ark. I've done the Ark RP. JT and Blackiechan, have you guys had a chance to ever play some Ark?
I have played Ark, but it's not. I'm not great at it, so I didn't really invest a ton of time into it. So that's about it for me.
What about you, JT?
You didn't listen to me. Apparently, you just completely ignored when I said I've never touched Ark.
Oh, sorry, man. I was in the zone. I apologize.
Just never listen to me. It's okay.
And we all know Raging Ravage is the OG in the Ark community running the RP server. All right, so we're gonna run a quick trailer on Aberration and see what it has to offer.
Okay.
That looks really good. That looks really, really good.
Oh yeah.
I think that'll bring a lot. I think that'll bring a lot of new people into the art community. I mean, Raging is that actual gameplay or?
Oh yeah. All Arc trailers are actual gameplay, and that's what's so great about them.
Wow, that looks
I'd totally
looks
try.
really good.
right.
out.
That looks unreal. Like this part where he's like running, throws like a flare down.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
That's pretty sweet. Like I would try that again, but I know I graphics card. Like
The optimization's a lot better now, man.
Yeah.
They just did their full release, and I think
Uh-huh.
you'll find that if you went to go try it now, you probably have a lot better luck with it. I mean, I was running with the 670 for the longest time.
Okay. All right,
I'm not
cool.
gonna lie. I think that is so cool that you can like now. Could you do that in the arc as it is right now? Climb up mountains and stuff with
With certain
pickaxes?
animals, not with the pickaxe.
Huh.
Yeah, but with certain animals, like there's we call them tree cats, but they're thylacoleos. You can climb up with those, and there's a lizard you can climb up walls with. So the climb mechanic is in there, and it's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
This expansion actually doesn't have flyers at all, only gliding creatures.
That is cool. I mean, that kind of makes sense here in a cave. Well, asking. But yeah,
Yeah.
so okay. Huh. I noticed that in the clip they have like gliders, like you could attach a glider to you and kind of just glide down from like, obviously I guess upper planes. I think this game is gonna add a whole new element to Ark. As of right now, are there any caves in Ark Raging Ravage that you can kind of explore with your friends?
Yeah, there are, and they've added a lot more. They redid a lot of the caves, so they're pretty in depth now.
Uh,
But this whole map, right, for the
Yeah.
most part, there's a surface, right? There's a surface world, but it's been completely. This is a broken arc, so the surface has completely been broken down by radiation, and everything. So to go up and be exposed, you'll be exposed to toxic radiation storms on the surface. So you actually have to wear like a hazmat suit to go and
Alright.
explore up there. So all of the developed world is underneath. So it's all cavernous and caves for this expansion.
Oh man. And I'm gonna ask a no-brainer. Obviously, this is a hell yeah. Are you guys gonna obviously include this expansion in your RP first community?
Yeah, we'll be launching the day this comes out.
Oh, good lord! I will.
That's
I
pretty
will
sweet.
gladly. I probably won't. I probably. I did Arc RP. Honestly, I struggled so much. I didn't know what was what. There's so much to Arc, and I will give Arc props. They have a lot of depth, a lot of game mechanics. The graphics are beautiful, and I'm glad they're still pushing strong with it. I think a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with Arc. Because I was actually thinking about getting Arc a while ago, and I know they have, as of right now, they have a free game, kind of like game mode on Steam. Survival of the Fittest, correct? It was like kind of like battle
Right.
royale. Yeah, and then they got their like normal arc. I would say I'm looking forward to this. I'm definitely looking forward to this. Now I don't know if I'm gonna play it out of all the games coming out this year, but this game looks gorgeous.
So from an RP perspective, 2G, there's like active harvesting for like the sci-fi tech materials as well in this. So this is gonna be the first time that we're really gonna have a game that's developed and balanced where you can actually have decent sci-fi role play as well, which is kind of cool. And
That
not
is
to
cool.
mention, an alien can plant an egg in your chest and literally crack out of your chest in this game.
What?
What?
Yeah, in this expansion.
What? Like
That's
so?
Yeah.
I assume that kills you, right?
And does like
I would imagine.
I mean, I think it would kill you. So, good. Is it? Do you have footage of that, or is that just something they on the forums you guys have been talking about?
They said it right after the trailer. So those little aliens that you seen at the end that kind of like popped out of the ground there and glow,
Those?
they're the ones that are gonna like crack out of your chest. Yeah.
That's mad. That's really
Jesus
weird.
Christ!
Maybe that's how you get wings.
My question is, how do they get?
They're there.
How do they get inside your body? You know what I mean? They're like one of those face suckers off Alien. Do they just kind of jump on your face and plant an egg inside your chest?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently Critic says it's on the DLC page in your chat there. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, are they gonna like come up and like, give some deep French kissing or something? Like I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Okay, well, I mean, the day comes out, I'll definitely be watching the RP First community and seeing what's up. I'll
Yeah.
probably role play. I'll probably just I'll be a criminal like usual, robbing people for their gyms and dinosaurs and stuff. But yeah,
You will
okay.
get destroyed, Gene.
I probably will. Probably get eaten by like something crazy down there. I think that's good. I mean, what are your thoughts, JT? What do you think about it, man? I know you don't play a lot of Ark, but what do you think?
I think it looks gorgeous. Everything about it looks really cool. And I've never played Ark. I've watched people play Ark. It's so in depth. It's really hard. Like, I'm a big fan of Minecraft. I'm a big fan of survival games in general, but Ark is just, I don't know. I've just never stepped foot into it, really.
All right. And Blackiechan?
I like Arc a lot, and I've just never had like the performance power for it. I tried to learn it, even though like I didn't understand it all. I tried to kind of learn it a little bit more, but like JT was saying, like it's so it for me it's so involved. I was kind of trying to play it as like a game that I kind of played on the side to see how I liked it, and I loved it. But at the time I just didn't have the time to really dive in it. But I would definitely give it my time. So I mean, I think it's got a lot of promise, and I'd give it a shot.
I do again. I do have a question. I think Raging Ravage knows the answer for this. What was Ark's base price before launch? This previous launch,
It was
wasn't it?
$29.99.
And
Okay.
now I'm looking at Steam stories. 60s, $59.99. Why?
Oh yeah.
Why did they raise their price? I mean, did they add something amazing to it on launch, or they're like, we finally got a finished game. We're about to roll them prices up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So they're rolling into full release. They did the optimizations they felt that were necessary to finally call it a full game. And yeah, they jacked the price up because, I mean, if I look at it this way, if I spend $59.99 on Ark, I have 4,000 hours in the game. Not kidding, by the way. It's shameful, but I have 4,000 hours in the game. That's worth $60.
That is, I mean, that is a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, 4,000 hours. That's definitely worth $60.
Yeah.
But I think some people, I actually talked to people. Some people were actually upset that the price went up. I guess the best thing I'd say in that case is sorry about it. You know what I mean? Like you should have bought it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's been out long enough in a non-released version at that price, and then on Steam, it's like it was almost always discounted. So like, if you didn't get it before now, I mean, you're kind of paying the fee of you waited till the hype was there.
Yeah. Because I don't know how to pronounce this. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's called Aberration. Which one is it? Aberration. I think when I step back and look at it, it totally makes sense for them to jack the price up because after launch, they announced this expansion pretty short after, right?
Yep, that's right.
So that makes sense because if I paid $25 for this game or 20 or whatever it was, and then they said, "Hey man, there's new DLC coming out," and it was still $25, everybody in the mom would snatch it up. But they know the hype's real. They know, I mean, Ark Aberration. I'm looking at the video and I'm hyped about it. It's gonna bring a lot of new people to Ark. This is obviously going to create, a ruckus in the gaming community, and I think it's worth 60 with this coming down the track.
Oh, 100%. Then you look at it, $60 for them, plus then the $40 for the season pass or the $20 for the expansion itself. So I mean, they're cleaning up. They're making $100 off you if you come in just for the Aberration.
Yeah, they're making that money. Nice. But yeah, okay, cool. All right, so let's roll on to something I think a lot of people know about. We're all using it right now. We're actually using Discord for our audio and for our video. The cameras you see in front of you, we're using Skype. Now, right now, I don't think about notice, Discord has rolled out it was in beta for a couple weeks. A select few kind of got the feature to use video chat. How many in here right now knows Discord has video chat? Like everybody has it, I believe.
I didn't know about it.
You didn't know? Yeah.
I knew they had it, but you had to pay for like the turbo or whatever to have it.
Yeah, but I believe it rolled out to everybody. We should see it in our settings. I'll probably look for it later, but we should see it in our settings. this is my main question. What I want to talk about. Do you think this is gonna make Skype just not extinct, but minimal? You know what I mean? Like, what's the ones using Skype if you have Discord? I mean, Discord has what? Voice chats, text channels. They got categories now. You can implement your emotes. You can sync it with your Twitch for your subs. There's so much to do. You got bots, channel bots.
Is probably the biggest thing.
The
like,
bots are
all the
dope.
different stuff.
Yeah. They actually have a bot for Pug. I have a channel in my Discord for Pug, which you go in and check your Pug stats. So cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I hope it does knock Skype just off the chart. And just, I don't like Skype.
Yeah,
Skype's kind of a mess. It's kind of a mess.
It
And then
really
on top of that, like you also like expose your IP to everybody with Skype for the most part.
Oh yeah,
And in the Windows 10 version, I found out today you can't even set up hotkeys to push to talk. I'm so upset. I have to Control M every single time.
JT doesn't like Skype. JT doesn't like Nintendo, bro. Okay,
I'm a hater. What can I say?
Yeah, your haterade today.
This guy
But he
drinking
does
Haterade.
like Chatterbait.
He does like Chatterbait, bro.
I'm DTF for that.
Oh, there you go. Man. Oh, okay. Hey, man. I mean, if can I be like your agent? And I mean, I got you, man. I can find you some gigs, some jobs. All right, we'll talk about it after.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. Everybody, there's proof. There's proof. He said it. So I think this will make Skype obsolete. And the really cool thing about what Discord does, Discord actually has a partnership program. You guys know about that? Like, you know, people on their Twitter, the people are like, oh, you know, I'm a Discord partner. Does anybody here know what that entails?
I mean, a little bit. I applied. I didn't pass, but I applied for a Discord partner. I know you have to have a certain size community, a certain size following on Twitter.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at it right now, and this kind of ties in. Sorry to cut you off. This kind of ties into. I think this will make any other voice platform, and I know Twitch is trying to get their thing together. You know what I mean? That whole Twitch desktop app they kind of rolled out a while ago. The whole
super annoying, by the way.
I didn't download it. I'm not gonna lie.
It's extremely annoying.
Yeah, the idea around the Twitch desktop app was to kind of keep your community in the loop 24/7. You know what I mean? Keep them there. I mean, it is what it is. They want to keep viewers on Twitch. They want you to buy games on Twitch. They want you to talk to your community on Twitch. They want you to video chat on Twitch. They want you to, you know, eat and sleep on Twitch. That's what Twitch is. I would honestly call Twitch a lifestyle brand. You know what I mean? They got IRL, they got gaming, podcasts. Yeah. I mean, you know, I don't mean to like delve off the subject, but the cool thing about Discord is they actually, I think they're working hand in hand with Twitch, and Discord is actually working hand in hand with games. Like the kind of back step to what you were talking about, the whole integration into bots inside your Discord chat, Blackiechan.
Oh, okay.
I have noticed though. You said works with Twitch. I have noticed a streamer on Mixer who also is a Discord partner apparently.
Yeah.
So they're branching out. Okay, look at them go. But I honestly think it's really cool because I mean I think everybody in chat and here right now can attest that Discord is phenomenal and it's probably one of the best voice text channel platforms out there, hands down. Yeah.
I think that the only difference is the quality if you compare it to TeamSpeak. Because TeamSpeak is like flawless audio if you don't have any issues with connectivity or lag. TeamSpeak even sounds better than Discord, but the functionality of Discord is really where it's makes everything else kind of fail in comparison, in my opinion.
But TeamSpeak is all tied to the codec too. So like depending on what codecs the server's running is going to depend on how your quality is. And there's a lot of servers that the quality honestly is dog shit. Right? So it really depends on where you're to.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Well, I'm looking at I kind of wanted to learn more about the partnership. Obviously the requirements are probably like sky high. So you could personalize your server, access to robust VIP voice servers, score exclusive partner badges, rock a dope ass hoodie.
Yeah, that sends you a
It
hoodie
actually
and
says
stuff.
that.
It
It's
says
really
it.
cool.
It says a rock a dope ass hoodie. I don't doubt it's cool. And in Discord
That
now,
makes
because
you
it
want to
works.
get a
It makes
It's
you
really
partnership.
cool. It's really cool.
He didn't want
that
none of
makes
this.
that makes me want to be a that definitely makes me want to be
Discord partner,
a
right?
Discord partner. I want a dope hoodie. Oh
A
man.
dope ass hoodie. I
I
don't
want
want.
I want a dope ass hoodie. I don't mean to get off subject, but have you guys noticed companies as such as Wendy's are whoever their personal relations first. JT's not his head. Have you guys seen Wendy's go ham on Twitter? Wendy's
They
goes
constantly.
in on Twitter. Like
You know.
What's
Oh,
up?
go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, I was gonna say, the the person who actually started the whole thing, actually quit because she was getting harassed on all her personal stuff by people who were wanting to troll her and stuff like that. Because I mean, kind of once you go down that rabbit hole of like just being a smart aleck online, everybody wants a shot.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
so yeah, it's rough. You can read her story if you Google it. You can find her story and read about it. But she quit. She she quit doing it. She said she couldn't handle it anymore.
So she could dish out, but she couldn't receive it. But
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it just kind of got away from her. So
yeah, but I think Wendy's stuck to it. I mean, Wendy's is
No, they haven't changed.
Wendy's is still going, and I think I tweeted out about this. Let me go on Twitter on Wendy's. I tweeted out Wendy's, McDonald's, and another joint was going ham. They're having like a rap battle.
Oh yeah,
on Twitter.
Oh, I saw that.
You saw? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. Oh
I
no,
did.
it was Wendy's and Wingstop. They were going head to head. They were going head to head. I gotta show you. Good Lord Jesus. Make this screen. Sorry, this is totally random, but I gotta show you guys this. But this kind of ties into how Discord kind of worded their big, dope ass hoodie. I just kind of thought about how companies are going about reaching out to their consumer base a lot differently and using very different language. You know what I mean? Have you guys noticed that? But it's kind of shows right here. Wendy's and Wingstop were going at it. I'm not even gonna try to wrap this out, but they were going at. People were loving it. I mean, it's got like what 35k, retweets, 76k likes and stuff like that. Good Lord Jesus.
yeah.
But sorry to go off on the rant, but
Oh man, no, it's pretty funny. Yeah, I like that. It seems like there's more Twitter accounts that are starting to do stuff like this, and
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Some people might think it would hurt their business. Some people might think it's, helping. But I think it's entertaining. That's all that matters.
it kind of gives. I mean, it is entertaining, but it kind of gives. People can relate because it kind of lets you know that there's a human behind the face.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're not like, well, here's our latest, $5.99 burger. You know what I mean? But they're like, what's up? Let's go Wingstop. I don't know.
Another company that's doing something kind of like, it's not that they're insulting others, but their advertisements are on par. They're awesome. That is Arby's.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know if you've noticed their
Oh, yeah.
advertisements, but they have a lot of like just gaming references and whatnot.
Yeah.
with it lately. I've seen it's
And
really cool.
It's like I don't know if it just started in 2017 or 2016. It just literally the shift and the way to market had just literally turned into something else. It's evolved.
It really has.
Yeah, no, it's changed a lot.
It has. Sorry to get off topic, guys, but I thought that was something really cool to cover. All right, so we're gonna. But Ravage, what are your thoughts, man? You're kind of quiet in the background.
In terms of like the new type of viral marketing,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, all these places have been slow to hop on that bandwagon. I mean, the outrageous is kind of the way advertising is going to have to go. We're moving away from that conservative, uptight advertising scheme, right? I mean, you have Donald Trump as president for one. I mean, just look at that. So I mean, people are becoming less uptight about what they're putting on social media, and they're finally realizing that you know, to sell your product, you need to meme a little.
You need to
Yeah.
meme a little. Memes are real. What do
Yeah.
people say? Don't let your memes be dreams or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memes can easily spiral out of control, but
Yeah.
I think like you gotta be relatable.
But you also, I feel like it's kind of a dangerous game. Companies like Winnie's are playing, you know,
Yeah.
because
Well, I mean, they're gonna attract trolls eventually.
because
but-
once they put that kind of mentality, or not mentality, once they put that kind of type of marketing out there, they can't take it back, you know.
yeah, no. And I think that's why they stuck to it, even though the girl who originated it is doing it.
Yeah. All right.
All I can tell you is we adopted that style of marketing with memes and gifs and all that, and especially with NRG doing it in the esports realm. And it's been
Oh,
dude,
I've
marketing.
I've been watching you guys. I saw like you guys had like a motion GIF about what you guys did to the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing at that when I was at work when I saw that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, us and Energy, our meme battles are legendary, man. Like they really are. They even put out a meme just randomly one day of talking about it was Can Crushing Day, and they put like the logos of like it was like G2, Immortals, Cloud9, and then right at the end it was Rival because I guess the memes are so bad between both of our teams. There's all these big orcs that just rival at the end.
Yeah, and then Arrival did. That's pretty funny. Oh man.
Yeah,
Well, we
but
already
the
talked. Yeah, we already talked about esports. We already covered that. I do want to kind of step back on that. Did you guys know Microsoft was I was reading an article on Microsoft, and like you said, huge. I mean, sports teams. I mean, athletic teams. Just companies that really don't really have anything to do, or they don't really align with video games. Microsoft, they're saying Microsoft is actually contemplating they could be the next Ticketmaster for esports events.
Now, when I was wondering about that one too, like when they mean like Ticketmaster, they mean like way to view, like
I honestly don't know. Who knows? I don't, because when I heard Ticketmaster, I'm thinking like because you go to Ticketmaster to buy your tickets for your events, right?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe they're talking about being in like a hub, a universal hub for gaming events. Like, oh, I want to see what esports events coming to town in Seattle or Portland. Let me check it out. Or maybe, like you said, they're thinking about going the route where it's like they have like, I don't know if Microsoft would open. I mean, they already have Mixer, and they do esports on Mixer. It would make no sense for them to kind of make their own esports website, you know. But
I mean they could. I mean, most of the like really big esports events get streamed. And I think the majority of them they get streamed to Twitch. But I feel like Microsoft does have that in already with a lot of these companies. They could probably very easily dominate that space.
I think Microsoft has been making moves. I mean, JT's on Mixer. Blackieechan's on Mixer. I've dabbled with Mixer. I'm on Twitch. Raging Ravage is with on Twitch. Microsoft is making moves. You know what I mean? They're I mean, they're making moves. I know some people are like, well, Twitch for life, bro. Amazon, amazing company. Twitch, amazing platform. But Microsoft
Amazon sucks.
Damn, don't say that, bro. Shh,
I worked for him.
No, I'm messing with you. But dude, Microsoft is making some serious moves for real.
I don't know, man. I don't agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
All right,
I don't
okay.
think Microsoft has a chance of becoming the gatekeeper for esports. They think because of their Xbox and the fact that Call of Duty is one of the most watched esports, or was at one point, that they're going to walk in and that they can control the pace, right, of what's there. But they don't control the pace because there's way bigger fish than Call of Duty now. And Microsoft doesn't control the Call of Duty IP. And even Call of Duty has moved to exclusively being played on PS4 for competition. So I don't think they have a sweet chance in hell.
Wait,
I think that there's
Call of Duty could only be played. I didn't know that.
Yep, last year.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that's I think it's a good approach. Like they really think they could, but I mean Microsoft does have the ends to make it happen. I just don't know if they could actually follow through. I feel like they'd always be slightly behind the curve, possibly. On it, so I do kind of agree with you, Rage.
They do. Microsoft has a long ladder to climb. That's for sure. I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean they're competing. You're not just competing. It's not like, oh, Microsoft's the big kid on the block anymore with technology. You're literally competing with Twitch, who has an esports division now, who is Amazon, and then YouTube, who's going to YouTube Gaming, has hired like esports specialists like Bart from High Res, for an example, and they're making a push now for their esports piece of the pie. So then you've got those, and that's Google. So do you think Microsoft is going to crush both of those people without like an exorbitant amount of money?
Probably not. But it won't hurt for them to join the pool with everybody else. You know. Wait, so you said YouTube Gaming hired High Res, the guy from High Res. Are they trying to make their own league, or are they trying to make their own sponsored teams?
They're trying to develop the streaming platform, so they're trying to make. I guess they're going to aim for leagues eventually, but as it stands right now, they're trying to bring more gaming content to their live streaming platform for esports.
Huh. I don't know how it's gonna go with YouTube, and this kind of ties in. Well, that's not our next subject, but that does tie into a subject we're gonna talk about today about the whole YouTube's their path they're going down right now. But I want to kind of move on from that before we go off the rails, and we can talk forever about that. This is a pretty good subject. I've been watching Twitter. I creep on Twitter. Everybody knows. But I've seen a lot of people talk about viewership on platforms, and game viewership is definitely, the ecosystem of game viewership is changing. It's changing on Mixer, it's changing on Twitch, and it's changing on YouTube. I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think as a game or as a dev company, what properties do they need to stay relevant on a stream platform? You know, what do they need to do PR wise? What do they need to do game feature wise? What do they need to do community wise to stay relevant on a ever growing and changing platform such as Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube?
Do you mean like once they have a game that's doing well, how do they keep it doing well, or do you mean
Yes.
like how do they break into their platform
Well,
with like a game?
I mean, you can touch on both of them if you want.
Okay. I was just gonna say, I think probably the thing I think is the biggest is free content. I feel like one of the reasons, my favorite game right now, Fortnite, has really just blown up. They've already had over 7 million
7
unique
million
users, and that was like last week. So it's probably way more than that now. Is the fact that VR is free on PC, PS4, Xbox One, so you can play their battle royale, which is just a mini game of the full game. There's all kinds of other things coming out in the full game where they're rolling out events and things like that, new items and things that you can get for free. And the game's already like what, like $30, $40, depending on which version you get. I know it was on sale not that long ago for $29.99 because I think it normally goes for $39.99. It's a big game. It's a lot of fun. I think the look and feel of it's cool, but I think the ultimate thing is the DLC. I mean, you've got Overwatch, who had lots of free DLC rolling out all the time. Fortnite's got the free BR version of the game, which is also going to lead people to get the full version of the game. But then you have like PUBG. PUBG, I think they have a new map coming out eventually that you can play on. I don't know if it's out yet, but as far as I know, it just comes with the game, and they'll be launching on console, which they haven't done yet. So I think that's a big thing.
Okay. All right. What about you, JC? How do you feel about that? What do you think a game, whether they're a current game or whether it's a new game in development, what do you think they need to pay attention to, or what properties they need to instill in themselves as a company to stay relevant? You know.
Honestly, Blackiechan really covered a lot of things. I definitely think, not saying like just straight up steal other people's stuff that are really relevant nowadays, but like copy them in a way that and make it your own.
You mean inspiration?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And kind of like, I don't think Fortnite has taken anything from PUBG. PUBG wasn't even the original BR game to play, but you know, they're getting all upset about it. That's a different story.
That's a whole other story.
But yeah, I think Fortnite is doing something really good because they're adding something to what is a really big deal nowadays, which is battle royale games. So
Mhm.
they're adding their own touch to it and making it. I absolutely love what Fortnite has done to VR
Oh
in their
yeah,
game.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
I
oh yeah.
think that's one way of making it. That's an example, I think, of how you can keep your game relevant and keep people interested into it.
Add something new, you know.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And I've been hearing from a lot of people. Fortnite's awesome. Fortnite's fun. I'm having a blast. The biggest thing I keep hearing and I see on Twitter, I didn't think I was gonna have this much fun on Fortnite, but I love it. And I'm not gonna lie, looks are deceiving. Like, cause you look at
Yeah.
Fortnite and you're like, that game's very cartoonish. And I'm not gonna
Nah,
lie,
I
that's
saw
not,
it and I
that's
loved it. I was
that's
like,
not,
that's me. That
yeah,
game's
yeah. Blackiechan fell in love with it, but it's like me. I looked at it and I was like, because I'm used to Pug, and I was like, that's kind of cartoons, not my cup of tea. But the game is very addicting, very very addicting.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
And you're right. I mean, I personally, we haven't asked Raging Ravage, but I'll ask you next, Raging. I think games, there's so many different facets that they need to pay attention to stay relevant. Obviously, relations with keep open the channels with their player base, but don't open the floodgates. Like for instance, Pug. I mean, they're very transparent with the community on Twitter, on social network platforms, and they communicate back and forth. Servers are down, we're fixing this, we're adding that, and they want people's input. But I feel like sometimes too much input is not the good input. For example, the calling. Anybody here play the calling?
no, but I know
Yes.
about it.
Yeah, it was like a BR. It was a BR, pretty much last man standing. That block parry hit combat system, rock paper scissors, that people like to call it. For example, that game is a prime example of what you don't want to do. From my perspective, these are my personal views. What you don't want to do as a company moving forward to change your game for the better, because you can't please anybody. You can't please everybody. Should I say? You can't please everybody. You change one thing in the game, you got these people crying over here. You change another thing in the game, you got these people crying over here. They constantly change their game to the point where I had some friends that played it too, and fellow content creators that played it, and they're like, I'm done with this game. Every single week I log on, something's new, something's changed. The meta's been changed. The balance has been changed. So I think as a gaming company, as a dev company, you should pay attention to your community. You should, but take their constructive criticism with a grain of salt. But obviously communication with their play base is a must. I think like JT said, making something new doesn't need to be outlandish, but bring something new to the current genre like BR. And I think free, DLC. I think it's a must. And modding. Okay, modding, DLC, plus I think a really big one, as we see in Pug right now, is enabling people to do custom matches. Especially if you're a shooter or a BR. Enabling people to do custom matches, host their own matches with their community, because that's a really big thing on Twitch and streaming. And even shoutcasts. That's another big thing, I know that was a lot, but that's what I think a company should definitely keep in mind when they're moving forward or making a game. What about you, Raging?
So, all right, let's talk about the dirty little secret of new games on Twitch, right? The new game you see with 80,000, 100,000 viewers, right? What happens is the marketing department, they fund out to pay your favorite Twitch streamers to go and play these games, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's true, it's the dirty little secret of Twitch. And a lot of people don't know that. And this is where regulation needs to come in, because what's ending up happening is you get the big boom at the beginning, right? And it looks like, oh, this game's amazing. All these people are playing it. My favorite streamer number A, B, and C are all streaming this game.
Yep.
This looks great. They buy the game, and people are only hooked on that game as long as their favorite Twitch streamer is playing it. And that Twitch streamer is only going to play something that they're hooked on themselves, right?
Yeah,
when they're not
yeah.
getting paid to play a video game.
Yep.
And that's where PUBG did something really well, right? Yeah, they paid their favorite Twitch streamer. Of course they did. Everyone does it, right?
I
The
didn't
thing
get paid.
that no,
I didn't get paid.
yeah,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
yeah. So the thing that PUBG did well isn't just that the game is addicting. They had a shit ton of issues, but they had excellent community management. They had a whole partner program that they put out, and they put a focus on making the streamers and the content creators happy. And that's where they found their success. It because I mean, and they didn't do the commentating right or any of that other stuff, the esports or competition stuff right for the longest time. They're still not doing it right. I mean, you just read Twitter. But the things that they did do right is they have someone amazing on their team like Poopy Queen, and they made a full partnerships division.
JT's face.
I've
Huh?
never heard that
You
name.
never heard that name? Yeah, I made the same face, but she's a very kind, outgoing person for sure.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She is amazing. She has a great time in the job. JT's face cracked me. Yeah, he's like, what? It looks like that one
Yeah.
GIF, that meme. Huh?
I saw it. I saw it on the stream. You're right. It reminded
What?
me of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, community outreach is a huge part that a lot of game developers miss.
Mhm.
For example, like one I'll bring up is not Citadel, but what was that other one? Dark and Light. Okay,
Oh.
Citadel and Dark and Light.
Mm-hmm.
I have a large community, right? And I went to talk to the community managers about figuring out some information for their launch day, how to get servers set up, and all that stuff. Never had a reply, right? Those games pale in comparison into the level of interest as PlayerUnknown Battleground.
Yeah.
PlayerUnknown Battleground, I messaged Poopy Queen. I had a response within 10 minutes. Dark and Light's community managers and Citadels, I didn't have a response ever. So
To this day.
I think that has a big part to this day. So
Wow.
you put that into perspective, right? How huge PUBG is. And Poopy Queen messaged me back. And it wasn't just me. You ask like any Twitch streamer, they get messaged back. Doesn't matter if you have 3 viewers, 5 viewers, whatever. She messages you back. And that's how you keep a game relevant on Twitch.
I do have to say that is huge. The
Yeah.
community involvement and keeping that open line of communication and trying to give people what they want, I think is really big. I mean, Microsoft's kind of doing it right now with Minecraft and the whole Better Together update thing. But I mean,
like
there's
that. That's so.
there's I mean, there's a few things that are lacking or that need to be fixed, but I mean, they're working on them. But then you have to deal with the fact that some of these communities are extremely impatient, and they will harass the crap out of community managers and stuff to the point that I don't even know. Like I'm in social media and marketing, like in my real job, like my full-time job, social media and marketing and stuff. So I totally understand like the whole harassment and all that. Like we want answers right now, but you can't give them answers right now. So you're just like, just hang on. We're working on something. Can't say what that is, but we are working on it. So, but it is huge because they don't want to be told no. They want to be given an option. They want to be given something that can hold them over until they get to the like penultimate result or whatever it is they're trying to find out or want to know. So yeah, it's huge. I think it's really big. I think you hit the nail on the head, Ravage.
No, thanks, man. Oh, and for the record, before I forget, you guys are all talking about the culling and all these games. Is the first battle royale game. SOTF from Arc is one of the innovators. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Okay. Yeah, I know like Minecraft, there was a server that had like 100-man survival game thing. Actually, it was Hypixel because they tweeted to PUBG and said we had one of the first 100-man like battle royale games. And they said if this tweet gets 300 retweets, we're going to release a PUBG battle royale style thing. And at the end of the game, if you win, it's going to say winner, winner, fidget spinner. And
I saw that.
And they are there. It's in development. So it's going to be pretty hilarious when it drops. It's going to be pretty hilarious.
People went in on Pug when they made it public. They were going out their
Blue
Epic
hole,
Games.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Hole.
Blue hole, man.
You can't. It's the internet, man. You can't.
Can't do anything, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. So, we're gonna roll on, keep on moving on. I think this is a big one. This is a big one, and I think Blackiechan, I think you know more about this, and this probably affects you more than anybody on this podcast or the show right now.
Oh yeah.
The YouTube, they're demonetization, that word, man, of videos.
Yeah.
So is that getting better? Is that getting worse? I've been watching Twitter, and it seems like it's getting worse. Not gonna lie.
I'm not sure if it's getting worse, but it's definitely not getting better. And like I was telling you, when I was in the last time I was in the podcast, we like briefly touched on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the understanding is that it was supposed to be a not advertiser friendly thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is that that is not, we don't know what they're actually taking into consideration. I mean, I know guys who do nothing but Minecraft content. There's no swearing, there's no sexually inappropriate things being said. There's literally nothing about the video, if you watch the video, that says that an advertiser would be dumb to place their ad on their videos, and they're just hitting everybody for dumb reasons. I mean, even with like Philip DeFranco and the whole Casey, I'm not really sure how to say his last name. I don't know if it's Nasat or if it's Nessiat or Neistat
Yeah.
or whatever, but you know,
Yeah.
they hit his video and said, you know, you shouldn't be making money on a video asking for donations to help victims of a tragic event.
Oh man.
Yet,
Yes.
not Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, bro, that I have that tweet. I have it.
Yeah, I saw it. I actually saw it from you. I think you retweeted it, didn't you?
Let me. Yeah. So I have it up. I have it up on the screen right now. If anybody's interested. So Philip DeFranco, he posted a video. No, Casey Neistat posted a video about asking, charity donations. And his video got flagged, and apparently it's going around that anything that has to do with like a tragic event or a natural disaster gets demonetized. It gets flagged. He was talking about the Vegas thing. The argument was his video got demonetized, but Jimmy Kimmel, that's right. It literally says Jimmy Kimmel on mass shooting in Las Vegas. His video didn't get demonetized.
Yeah.
So, and Phil DeFranco, which is, I mean, everybody should know who he is. Huge figure on YouTube.
Yep.
Does an amazing job. Not gonna lie, watch him. He clapped back. He said, "Hey, this is not okay," and he called YouTube out on this. And he says, "I'm happy it's blown up." And then, Casey Neistat says, "My video was not about tragedy. It was about a fundraiser. That's more than semantics." And then, people are going about, what he should have said. And then, the memes and stuff. And, the memes always take over. But it's crazy to think like I remember some people talking about when the whole adpocalypse first hit. Oh, it's only hitting small streamers. It's only hitting people that aren't that big. But I mean, it hit Phil DeFranco. I mean, it hit Devil Dog.
Yep.
It even hit Devil Dog. He's big too.
Yep.
And it hit Animation. She was talking about too. People's videos that have been on the internet, on YouTube for years, the old ones are being hit. So it's not just new videos. It's old videos that they haven't aired in a while or even rebroadcasted are being hit. This algorithm right now is running amok. I'm not going to lie,
Basically. And I think the thing that people are so upset about is I personally have I think 4 videos that are struck that I have appealed, but the thing I think that irritates people the most about it is the fact that when they do hit one of your videos, they give you no clue as to why they're doing it. Like there's no way to know what their decision or why they made the decision they made, so that you can fix it in the future or prevent it from happening to other videos or whatever. Like there's just no way to know. And they're not trying to clarify. And when when YouTube responded to Philip DeFranco's tweet, they didn't clarify. Not really. They didn't really clarify. They just kind of said, "This is our stance on it, regardless of the fact of it if it was true or not."
Yeah,
So,
they made a simple stance, and that's when they replied to Casey, and that's when Philip stepped in and said, that's not true because there's another video that pretty much covers it in the title. They're gonna demonetize. I've been thinking about this, and I don't do a lot of content on YouTube. Some of my videos did get hit, but I'm not really worried about it. But the thing is, like, what is YouTube? Where are they going with this? You know, what is their? Are they trying to like? Are they trying to clean house and then rebuild, or are they just? Part of me kind of thinks I want to play devil's advocate real quick. Part of me kind of thinks that YouTube is going the route to catering towards current stars, superstars, TV stars, athletes. The reason I say that is,
Oh.
you see what I'm saying, JT? The reason
Yeah.
I say that is because there was this video I saw on Twitter, and MKB or Marcus, I don't know his last name. He's a tech reviewer. He tweeted or commented on it. I saw it because I follow him. He was saying something about how somebody was, well, he wouldn't say something. He commented on it and I saw it, that I don't know her name, a big star is doing a behind the scenes on going behind the scenes. And it's going on YouTube. And it was marketed by YouTube. And she's a current movie star, superstar. You know? So what were are they not catering towards content creators more? Are they not catering towards, the small guys getting big and growing? Or is this I honestly feel like they're just going, I think they're playing it safe. I think they're going, we're losing ad revenue, we're losing companies. Let's just play it safe. Let's cater to already current established superstars and athletes out there. Part of me thinks that.
Is YouTube still owned by Google?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Is Google pretty much in charge of everything that goes on YouTube, or is it still under like I know Twitch from Amazon? It's not Amazon's decision to what happens on Twitch. Twitch still, the people of Twitch who work there and everything still do everything on Twitch. But is it the same for YouTube?
Kind of like how when Microsoft purchased Minecraft, Mojang still runs
Yeah.
mainly everything. Yeah. So they kind of acquired rather than
Okay.
Yeah.
getting rid of. I don't know. I would assume so, but because I think they just purchased it from the owners and then went there whatever way they wanted. And I know they recently did that whole revamp of YouTube, and the logo finally changed after years.
Oh, dude, did you
So
see?
I think they had been sitting and waiting to do that for a while.
Did you see people's reaction with the new logo? Like I like people were literally dissecting it. People were like, "Oh, the guy has a triangle on his shirt. He's Illuminati." The people were literally looking at the YouTube and they're like, "Oh, you see how the arrow's not pointing to you anymore, or something like that on the new logo?" And they're like, "Oh, it's all about YouTube now." So I'm just like, man, okay. Well, what do you think, Raging Ravage? What do you think about this, man?
I'm not really clued in on the whole monetization with YouTube. I just watched there was that big battle, obviously, about the fair use, right? Which is a big win for content creators. But yeah, it just seems like YouTube is trying to just bridge away completely from the YouTube stars that they've made over the years, and looking to just, like you said, they just want to go in to get the traditional stars in. They're bringing Hollywood into YouTube.
That's what I was saying. They're bringing Hollywood into YouTube. And no hate against anybody who's from Hollywood. You do an amazing job. But why? Why? This was supposed to be a space for people that wanted to create, This was supposed to be a safe space. And now it's just being, who knows, man?
Yeah.
I think maybe they're like these companies, they've lost so many people have just pulled out from just doing ads, period. They probably lost so much money, they're scared. So they're going to people who already have to meet a specific standard. People they can more easily, I guess, control what type of content is coming out. But I mean, they're never going to turn away from the like average everyday content creator, because that's what their site's built on. If they do,
you can't. But the thing is, like, if you can't make money on YouTube, which a lot of people go there to make money, why sit in the platform? Why not cut out the middleman?
Yeah.
Like think about it. And this is what I kind of want to cover. I also want to talk about Patreon with YouTube. But think about it. If you're, I'm not gonna name any names. If you're a big YouTuber or you're a growing YouTuber, and they pretty much just rip the rug out from underneath you, and you have no means to make money, you have no means to maintain that lifestyle you've lived off YouTube for years. If you're established, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that make a living 100% off YouTube. Ad revenue,
Yeah.
sponsorships, bada bing, bada boom. You know, they live off YouTube. They live and breathe YouTube. For YouTube to rip out the rug and take their means of money, it's not all of it because AdSense and ad revenue is not everything to everybody. I feel like that's a shot in the foot. I feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot because that's why not move to another platform? Why not move to Twitch? You know, Twitch is working on uploads. You know, Twitch is working on uploading videos. You know, might not be their focus, but why not move to another site or why not make your own YouTube inspired site that caters towards, you know,
I mean, there's like VidMe, and that platform almost took off, and a lot of creators started putting videos there. I even made a profile.
Mhm.
I think it was VidMe, um, that I started uploading like maybe 2 or 3 videos to. But
stop.
I think they are comfortable enough in the fact that there will never be another YouTube that that blows up the way that YouTube did.
Yeah.
I think they're comfortable enough with that they're willing to risk it. Even whether they should or shouldn't, I don't know.
I don't think
But
it should. I think this is whoever is in the charge of this plan. I think this is a bad idea.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a horrible idea. You're literally just driving people to Mixer, to Twitch, to VidMe. You're literally just saying fly birdies fly without any explanations. You know, you're literally coming between people and their bread, people in their livelihood. You think people are gonna react like, oh, it doesn't matter. We'll just kind of stick around and see what happens as the ship sinks. And I'm not saying YouTube's sinking, but I am saying YouTube might not be catering to the everyday average, you know, content creator. You know,
Yeah, you should never forget where you came from. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what YouTube has been doing for quite a while now.
Mhm.
And I mean, if they want to split from these homemade content creators, I think they're kicking themselves in the foot because the beautiful thing about YouTube, and I work in the telecommunications industry. So I talk to people on a daily basis about what they do. And the amount of people, old, young, you know, whatever, that actually just sit down and just let the wild YouTube ride, you know, that dark YouTube ride that you take when it's just on autoplay, take you on that beautiful ride. The people that do that would blow your mind, the amount of people. So they're kicking themselves in the foot with what makes them so unique.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, never lose sight of where you came from, how you built that platform, and
Yeah.
that honestly stands for. I mean, you see it every day. Twitch content creators, you leave that platform, that foundation you made, you got to start all over. You know,
Yeah.
and I think YouTube's britches are getting a little too big for themselves, but you know that's just me. And so I want to kind of touch on same thing, but do you guys know what's happening with Patreon? This whole little debacle between Patreon and YouTube. So
that's the first I've heard.
yeah, so apparently, um, this happened in September. There's a couple conversations on Twitter. Um, apparently, if you don't have 10,000 total views on your YouTube account, not concurrent, but total views on your YouTube account, you cannot put external links out to Patreon or any else self third-party funded website, you know, to get revenue on your end cards. You can still put them down in your panels, yeah, but you can't put them on your end cards. You have to have 10,000
That's
views.
interesting. I mean,
You know?
I think don't you have to have like 1,000 subscribers to be able to even do thumbnails, or is that something they did away with?
I think they did away with that because I've used a thumbnail before on mine, and I don't have many subscribers on my YouTube at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, you could that thumbnail thing. Yeah, you can use thumbnails, but it's the whole Patreon thing. Actually, who was his name? The Patreon representative told Polygon. That's the article I'm looking at. That the company is currently invested in the situation, but the company's CEO Jack Conte, I don't know if that's his name, Conte, called the move hurtful for creators. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
a lot of people are saying they feel like YouTube is squeezing every single drop out of everybody until there's no more. You know?
It sounds like it. It really does.
I mean, they're
Like,
kind
I
of
can
backing
agree.
everybody in a corner.
Yeah.
And then
And
you-
for new content creators like me, like myself,
Mhm.
I was considering going back to creating just like stream highlights and whatnot, but with all of this stuff, it's just kind of iffy. Like, I don't feel like I'll gain too much off of it because I know
Right?
a lot of people still watch YouTube. A lot of
Mhm.
people
Oh,
still
yeah.
watch YouTube and whatnot, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, with the whole big deal of what happened way back when, where recommendations were all based off of, that all of that was getting messed with and everything. So
Mhm.
I just feel like it's much, much harder than even it used to be for someone so small to even get discovered on YouTube alone.
Yep. Yep. And I think a lot of people, and myself included, think, why even go on YouTube?
Yeah.
But for myself, even if my videos get demonetized, you're still putting your content out there. People are
You're
still
right.
seeing it. You know what I mean? Some people think like, I'm not even gonna touch YouTube. I'm done with YouTube. But think about the other way. The grass. Think about it. I guess play devil's advocate. People are still seeing your content. That's why we're on YouTube. That's why we're there. Whether you can make money off it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the other side of it.
And I kind of want to touch on another part of that topic about the whole YouTube demonetizing. There's backlash. Have you guys been seeing the backlash that's going on? Obviously, people are upset, people aren't happy, but actually, content creators and some big names are taking steps of their own to ensure their own financial being, whether it be reaching out to third-party sites that cut out that middleman, aka YouTube, between the content creator and the ad revenue companies. I was on Twitter again, back to Twitter, and there's a thread by Shannon Plant, and she was literally just posting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, I'm just kind of top of my head, 12 links to websites that you cut out the middleman, and you go straight to the companies. You just go straight to the advertisers. Now, this kind of makes me think, as a content creator, if you see this, do you need YouTube?
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's a question. I think a lot of people are asking themselves. I mean, I have different side projects that I am more throwing myself into more than my video creation. For that reason, one of the reasons I started streaming more is because of the YouTube situation. Something I've always wanted to do, like my entire ever since I started realizing so many other people enjoyed gaming was I've always wanted to help reach more people with my gaming and try to teach them tips and tricks or just have fun, just help them forget what's going on throughout the regular day and whatnot. Creating content, and that's what I want to do full time. And so I've started working on other projects. I've got at least 2 projects that I'm working on that will hopefully help me reach that goal, because as of right now, I don't know how I would do that with YouTube. And I know a lot of people would say, just stick to it. And I haven't given up on it, but I'm starting to see more and more that might not be the means to get to where I want to be.
And unfortunately, that's sad. That hurts to hear people Blackiechan, how long have you been on YouTube for?
I've been on YouTube for like 5 years. So
5 years. 5 years.
It'll be 5 years at the end. No, it was 5 years, 8 days ago.
And just to think about that, 5 years, and I don't mean to sound, I guess just bad, but 5 years kind of theoretically down the drain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's rough. And I mean, there's a lot of people who just who have successful channels that do way better than mine that just have walked away recently. And I don't know if it's that or if they just don't enjoy what they're doing anymore or what, but I feel like it's something I would enjoy doing for the rest of my life. So
okay, all right. So Raging, what do you think about that, man? Do you have anything to say on the tail end of that, or?
I mean, not really. I think, like I said, everything that needs to be said outside of Patreon. I don't know why YouTube's picking and choosing how YouTubers can monetize as they zap their paychecks away. It seems a little crazy to me.
Yeah.
Insane, but who knows? One day we'll see this whole plan come into fruition. We'll finally learn what YouTube's doing. One day, boys.
Don't get your hopes up, buddy.
Yeah. And this is not no. I'm not throwing shade at anybody on YouTube. I'm not throwing shade at YouTube. I'm just stating the facts and what's happening, what I see. Previous perspectives. It's crazy. What can you really do about it? And it's hard to stay optimistic, especially as a YouTuber. Like Blackiechan for 5 years to be like, there's light at the end of this tunnel. But we can all wait and see. All right. So I want to move on to something pretty cool. I think everybody, well, not everybody's heard about. I want to talk about Google's Pixel 2 events. You know, how many here know about Google's Pixel 2 event? All right, cool. I think Raging Ravage does, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So on the 4th of this month, Google held a Pixel 2 event, obviously to debut their Pixel 2 phone, you know, their Pixel phone, which is really cool. But the cool thing about it is they actually had a plethora, I'm talking a buffet of other amazing technology to roll out with it. It was like a bundle. Like, you like this phone? Well, here you go. We got some more stuff to go with it. You know what I mean? Which is, I mean, a 1-2 punch by Google, hands down. I give them props for that. Some things that came out with the Pixel phone was Google Home Mini, and we also have Google Home Max. Now we're gonna roll a quick little video. The video is like 4 minutes long, but we're gonna cut through it to kind of show you guys what's coming out. Out of this whole video, my most favorite product that Google's releasing is Google Pixel Buds. If you don't know what Google Pixel Buds are, guys, it is amazing. Did I say butts?
Oh, G.
Oh no, I'm getting.
I heard Google Pickle Butt. That's what I heard.
If you don't, oh man, I'm getting banned. No, if you don't know what the Google Buds are, they can translate up to 40 languages real time. Like, has anybody ever heard of that? Like, you could like literally say you're speaking to your significant other or friend. You don't know how to speak Spanish or the other language. It translates in real time. Good Lord Jesus. All right, so let's roll the video real quick. Oh man. All right, give me a second. All right, let's do it.
I couldn't be more excited by the direction our hardware team is taking and approaching their work here. But we think we are at a unique moment in time where we can bring a combination of AI and software and hardware to bring a different perspective to solving problems for users.
And as you'll hear today, our next generation of devices is radically helpful. They're fast, they're there when you need them, they're simple to use, and they anticipate your needs.
We are introducing Mini, the newest member of the Google Home family. And it's small enough to be placed anywhere in your home.
Your Nest experience reaches a whole new level when it's combined with Google products.
We're introducing over 50 new experiences with the Google Assistant to help kids learn something new, or just share laughs with the whole family. Say hello to Max, our biggest and best sounding Google Home ever. A new audio experience powered by Google's AI. It allows Max to adapt to you.
Meet Google Pixelbook. Pixelbook is the thinnest, lightest laptop we've ever made. The fastest, most responsive stylus experience ever, with just 10 milliseconds of latency.
Today, we're proud to introduce the Google Pixel 2, designed for you with the best of Google built in. With Pixel 2, we have reimagined smartphone photography through great hardware and unparalleled imaging software. We're proud to announce that DxOMark has issued Pixel 2 an unprecedented score of 98. That's the highest score of any smartphone camera.
I just squeeze the phone, take a selfie, one hand, no buttons. Help me out, front row.
What? That's pretty cool.
Powerful way to bring the physical.
This is really big. This is really big. The AR.
Super excited to bring a preview of Lens to Pixel phones this year.
The newly updated Google Daydream View, our virtual reality headset. You can experience new IMAX movies, available for free to Pixel 2 owners.
I don't know anything about that.
First pair of premium wireless headphones. They're called Google Pixel.
Yeah, those VRs look weird, eh?
So with
Yeah, just kind of like wearing them on your face. I don't know if I can do
Google
that.
Translate to have a natural conversation in 40 languages. And I'm really excited to share an entirely new type of camera that works with your Pixel. We call it Google Clips, camera that takes photos for you, so you can enjoy the moment and instantly get shots you couldn't
I'm pretty
get
sure the
before.
whole
So here it is.
the
This year,
earbuds thing
made
was
by
somebody
Google
else's
family.
idea, and they like acquired them or something.
I'm gonna look that up.
We've created them as a single set of products and perfectly
Boom.
demonstrate our approach
That's how they get you.
of reimagining hardware from the inside out.
Dang. That's how they get you. They roll them all out together. I thought that was cool. All right. So, I mean, out of all those, I think it's some people's first time seeing it. What caught your eye? What drew your attention? What are you most excited about out there? Or you're just like, you know what? I don't even deal with Google. It's Apple for life.
Honestly, I'm pretty indifferent about it. I'm not much of a phone person, to be honest. So it's just kind of cool. I see it. I like what you're adding. It's cool, but I'm just not really interested too much.
Dang, JT, you don't like Google. You don't like Nintendo, bro.
Just chatterbait, dude.
Just
Amazon,
chatterbait, man.
no Amazon, please.
All right, I think Raging has more to say on this. What do you think about it, Raging, man? And I know we were talking about this before the podcast or the show, and you know quite a bit about this stuff. What's happening with Google Home and what they're doing with it.
Yeah. So, all right. So, the Google Nest is what we'll call it. Is their whole host of products, right?
Mhm.
So they're adding a lot of cool stuff here. So the big one is the speaker. I think it's a smart speaker. So I mean, you saw like the 40 million songs thing that came up there. So basically, that thing is going to Siri its ass over to search any song you can think of, right? So it's going to go through hosts like YouTube, all that stuff. I'm assuming, and it's going to go and it's going to find the song and play it for you. So pretty much play your heart's desire, which is really cool. Like when you look at stuff like Shazam and all that, and how cool that stuff was, and then you elevate the intelligence of finding music, which is everyone loves music, right? You elevate it to that level. I think that's a huge deal for them. And I mean, not to mention, then you look at the Google Pixel 2, and then you look at the DV Mark score as well. That is unreal.
98. Ooh.
Yeah, that's unprecedented, man.
Dang, okay. Huh. And one thing I saw was this, what's showing right now, AR. I saw someone having a conversation about VR versus AR, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually looking forward to AR, augmented reality, if you guys don't know, a lot more than virtual reality, you know? And I think that's really cool. Google's piggybacking on it, because there are a couple applications. There's like this one application I have on my phone where you can actually, you know, put furniture around your house. It's like a furniture app. You kind of just put furniture around your house, and you can kind of turn around and move tables over there. And I think it's cool. Google's piggyback on AR. You know, I don't know what I think about that little camera that just takes pictures whenever you want by itself. I don't know. Maybe that's like for vloggers or whatever, but I don't know. But
the AR is huge.
AR is really big. I think AR will trump VR in the long run. Sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What do you think about the little the movie viewer? I don't know what you call that. The thing you put over your face to watch your movies. Is that even plausible? Like, is that even?
It's not for me, man. I can tell you that'd be super uncomfortable. Then it's gonna get clammy and shit under there. Like, you know, like it's not gonna be comfortable. There's no way.
There's no way. Like, the only time I could ever think about that, even wanting to use it, is if I'm on an airplane or if I'm on a long car ride. But if you're like sitting in public, you just like throw this huge headset on, or if you're at home, I mean, we have phones, we have computers, we have TVs. What is the real point of that? You know, maybe they kind of just threw it in there just cause.
See, what they're aiming for is the whole Google Nest thing. Okay, so things that don't seem that exciting to you, it's the functionality it has with everything else. So Google Home, there's this little device, you know, it just sits in your living room, and you say something and it does it to your house. We sell, for my job, we sell like these smart home monitoring systems and all that stuff. And, you know, they can turn your light bulbs off from in China, or unlock your door, or, you know, like it does crazy stuff. You know, pretty much everything you saw in the Terminator is pretty much going to happen with the stuff that Google has come out with now. So the Google Home is in that. So you can literally tell you're going to be able to tell Google Home to turn off your appliances, to do anything, right? You literally can do that now. So you mix that in with like this VR headset watching movies thing, you're going to be able to sit down in your home and you put that on, and all you have to say is turn on this movie, and it's going to be on your headset. And that's the whole idea behind it, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and same thing with your music and everything like that. And then there's this other thing you didn't show in the video they announced, the Google Mini, which is you have your Google Home that goes in like your living room or whatever, and then these little minis are going to be what goes in every other room in your house, so that you have functionality in every house. You have that AI in every house, every room in your house. It's like the sci-fi movies you see. You know, you used to talk to the AI in the fucking shower. You're gonna be able to do that now.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But do you think this is ahead of its time? You know, having AR, have your whole house or your apartment wired up to AI. Do you think this is ahead of its time, or do you think it's just right in the nick of time? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to use this? I'm not glad I saw this and I was like, that's dope, that's cool. I'm digging the Google Home Max. But it's kind of like when the Amazon Echo came out. It's like, it's cool, but I don't really see a need to get it.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I know a lot of people who have Echoes though, so I mean, I don't think it in any way was it ahead of its time or anything like that. I think this is just right as well because there's so many people know about virtual reality now. So and just everything like that. I think people are getting more interested in technology nowadays than what they used to, you know.
I mean, that's actually a good point. You're right. I mean, Google is pretty much bringing tech to your home. You know, if you're not a phone fanatic, if you're not a computer fanatic, we got you. We'll bring these straight to your house. Google is trying to implement itself in all facets of your life. I'm looking forward to the Google car. But
Dude,
what's up?
Google is so ahead of Apple right now, and people don't even realize it.
Oh yeah.
You won't realize it until it becomes a way of your life, and then you're gonna look at it and you're gonna be like, "Holy shit! When did this happen?"
Yep.
You know, why is Google my entire home? It's just Google is just way ahead of the curve on everyone right now. It's crazy,
and it's
they've
cheaper.
always been.
And it's cheaper. I actually, I'm not gonna lie, I have an iPhone right next to me, well, somewhere around my room, but I'm actually thinking about switching to Android, Google. The only thing that holds me back is, man, Google, I hope one day they have a viable video conference app, because Apple's, FaceTime is flawless. It's great. It's amazing. But for some reason, Google cannot pull it through with the whole video conferencing. I don't know. But as it goes,
I understand that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing holding me back from going to Android. Like, literally the only thing. And I use FaceTime all the time.
But from a commercial standpoint for conferencing, Google torpedoes Apple completely.
Oh yeah.
With the Chromecast and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Are you kidding? $29 and you have a device that can screen share your entire screen for a presentation at an office.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
As far as it goes, price point, everybody knows about the Amazon Echo, which is pretty much, I would even say like Google's Home's younger brother, whatever. But I mean, Amazon Echo costs $119. It looks like between $180 and $119. And then we have the Google Home, which looks like a solid $129. I mean, that's actually not bad at all for brandly, newly released item. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually gonna look into that.
I agree.
But my question is, could this integrate to Apple devices, or just Pixels? Is it just the phone that it works with, or any phone? That's my question.
I have no clue, man. Like,
do you know Raging?
Sorry, say it again. I missed that.
So what I asked was, my question was, do you know if the Google Home will work with any phone, like as a Apple, or will it only work with an Android?
I'm not sure. A lot of it's already integrated in, right? Because you can use Apple to cast on Chromecast and everything. A lot of the functionalities are mirrored, right?
I actually don't even know, but okay, all right. Because I'm definitely gonna look into Google Home. I definitely would want to get one, but I don't want to buy it and not work for my iPhone. Okay.
I don't know, man. Do you want to give in to Cyberdyne yet?
I'm giving in, man. They take my money right now.
Oh God.
All right. So we're gonna roll on past that. If we're gonna talk about, we're gonna do a thing like I like to call the wild card. I wish I had like an echo for this, but we're gonna branch off. I like as this is a podcast, but I also want to branch off into news. Like right now, we talked about Pixel 2, the rollout. I want to cover more of that stuff. Get get the fellow content creators that are on the podcast or show their point of view. So it's like a /podcast/news platform. So one thing I want to cover, this is our last topic for today, is I think everybody here knows about this. It's a movie that's coming out very soon, Black Panther. Have you seen the trailer for that, Raging?
Oh yeah.
Right. What about you, JT? I think he's got his muted. But yeah, like if you have not seen the trailer for Black Panther, it's unreal. I'm gonna run the quick trailer for people who haven't seen it, but this is just unreal.
Tell me something. What do you know about Wakanda?
I came back just to watch the Black Panther trailer.
Well, welcome back.
It's a third world country. Textiles, shepherds, cool outfits, all front.
Oh, this looks so
Explorers have searched for it. Called it El Dorado. They looked for it in South America. But it was in Africa the whole time. I'm the only one who's seen it and made it out alive.
The world is changing. Soon, there will only be the conquered and the conquerors.
This song, it pairs so well with it.
It's a good heart. And it's hard for a good man to be.
And that main villain is like
Who is that?
It's Caesar from Planet of the Apes, and it's also Smeagol from Lord of the Rings.
Get him. Oh, that looks so good. Coming soon.
They have so much lore to work with this.
Yeah.
With all the backstory and like the mythical side of it. And you look at how I think Doctor Strange was they could have did a lot better with Doctor Strange. But with this one, they have so much potential, man.
Like Doctor Strange was so bad.
Yeah.
Was it really?
It wasn't great.
It was bad, man. I was hyped about Doctor Strange. I saw Doctor Strange, and I just at the end of the movie, I was like, "What did I just watch?" I felt like I was lied to.
It's the trippiest Marvel movie ever, but it was awesome.
I feel like they tried to. I don't know. It just maybe I wasn't like down with the story, but it just wasn't for me. But you're totally right, Ravage, man. A lot of lore. This movie looks amazing. Like the music, the trailer, just the fight scenes. It just, if you're not hyped about this movie, I don't know what's wrong with your body. But this is gonna be really cool. It's definitely gonna be one of my top lists for this year. Now, I kind of want to spin off this and talk about something we've talked about previously, but off show. Have you guys noticed? What have you guys noticed that there's two types of superhero movies? There's the, as an example, Batman, Superman over here. The dark, the gritty, the I guess you say real movies. Because I mean, if you have superpowers, you're knocking people through walls. Someone's gonna die today. And you kind of got Spider-Man. What can you even throw at Spider-Man? Spider-Man and the kind of like kid-friendly, I guess PG-13, superhero movies over here. Because there was a huge controversy when Superman released, the most recent one, and the fight scenes. They said parents were saying, "Oh, I took my kids there, and it was too dark, too gritty, and it wasn't suited for my children." And I think Raging Ravage, you're a big fan of Marvel, right? In DC. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Like, I just think more movies should cater towards this style. I mean, if you're a superhero and you fight crime, let's you fight crime. I don't want to hear any jokes. Obviously, some humor is good, but like, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. There's a couple things I really like about this movie, and this is one of them. This is the first real gritty Marvel movie we've seen in a while. Like, let's be real.
Mhm.
Like, most of the Marvel movies have toned it down a little bit. they've got that action comedy thing going on, but this looks real, man. And then the other thing I really like that they did here that I was personally worried about is the fact that they've really gone into like the whole the whole like African culture, like, and they didn't iron fist it. You know what I mean? And I think that's that. Well, I mean, let's be honest. If we're going to talk about it, that to me is the biggest part about that. I'm happy to see about this is that they didn't pull any punches with that stuff.
Yeah, they didn't try to sugarcoat it. They didn't try to kind of glaze over it and put minimal. I mean, it looks like, I mean, the dress, the attire, the outfits, the environment. I think it touches on it perfectly, and I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, and let's just appreciate the fact that they've taken another Sherlock Holmes star, and now, maybe he'll vindicate that team. Sherlock and Watson with Martin Freeman.
Yeah. But I think I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The lineup of actors is just a powerhouse. We got a lot of great actors in here. I mean, the CGI looks amazing. I can't wait. Right now, 10 out of 10. Would watch again. We'll watch it again. Well, who knows? Will this be the best Marvel movie this year?
Trailer makes it look good, but I still have a lot of Marvel to catch up with.
I don't know, man. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be a hard one to dethrone for me, but I mean, this is the first real
one.
First one was good.
Both of them.
I feel like the first one was good. Second one wasn't that good.
I'm a fanboy.
To your point, Ravage, I'm just waiting for Watson to get superpowers, and we're gonna have like a super Marvel Sherlock like reunion between Doctor Strange and Watson. It's gonna be amazing. That's my conspiracy theory.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
I'll be all over that.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a promising movie. A lot of people are hyped about it. Another one which everybody's hyped about is what is it called? The Guardians? Did I say that right? Justice League. I don't know where I got Guardians, but Justice League. That's another one's coming out. That looks good, but I heard they were having problems with the script, but that looks very promising. And then we also have Pacific Rim 2 coming out, which the main actor is the male who played in the recent Star Wars film, right? Yeah. I don't know his name, but that looks good too. But I think that's all our topics we have to cover today. Do you guys have anything you want to throw in? Anything you guys want to talk about? Or, I mean, are we bueno?
I think we got it all.
We got it all. I mean, we covered, Pixel 2, that huge event.
We covered a lot.
We did cover a lot. We covered esports, which I was very excited to talk about. We'll continue to talk about as it grows. I'm looking more into that. We covered Discord and Days Gone. And we got to know Raging Ravage, man. So I want to say thank you so much, JT, Blackiechan, even though I can see his chair, he's not here. And Raging Ravage for being on the show, and it was a pleasure to have you guys, man. So if you guys are always welcome to come back. You guys are great guests. If you guys have any ideas for the show or things you want to do, definitely hit me up. Now we're gonna open, if you guys don't mind, we're gonna open the floor to about 3 to 4 questions. If anybody in anybody's chat, whether it be on Mixer, Twitch, YouTube, if anybody has any questions, feel free to project them in chat, and we'll do our best to answer them. But one thing I do have to talk about is what was he saying? Blackiechan was talking about how the PR side of reaching out to your fan base. I've seen a lot of people get real rude, and I've seen a lot of content creators get rude and feel like they're entitled to game codes. Or have you guys been seeing that? Like, I saw someone go off and like, why didn't I get chosen for this game code and this person got this game code? I saw somebody talking about that. It was actually a PR person for a company with relations with obviously social media, was talking about how you're not owed anything as a content creator. We're lucky to even be able to get codes and games and free anything or discounted anything from these companies. We're definitely what's Ravage's favorite color of ramen? There we go. There's a question.
Favorite flavor, not color.
Did I say color? Flavor. Flavor.
Yeah, I didn't know ramen had a color, dude. I thought it was just the same one.
It does have a color. It's like tan. what's your favorite?
So we're talking like Mr. Noodles, like, cause I'm from the East Coast of Canada, man. Like, I don't have a ramen shop here. Let's be fucking real.
Oh man.
Well, I'm gonna say vegetable, okay? Because you know, you put the hot water in the vegetable, and the more the flavor, and you can put chicken in it after, or beef, or whatever the hell you want. As long as we're getting those meat flavors, so just do the vegetable, right?
Just do the vegetable. All right. His favorite one. His favorite color is vegetable, guys. Is it?
Yes.
The answer is B. Oh, good. God, I hate you, Ravage. All right. All right. So I bid you guys adieu. I hope everybody enjoyed today's episode 6 of the podcast. We'll be having our episode 7 next week at the same time, 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. EST. We're going to have a bunch of new guests on here, guys. If you guys have any content creators off Mixer, YouTube, any platform whatsoever that makes content that goes on the internet for viewers to see, hit me up, hit my mods up and say, hey, G, or even tweet at me, hey, G, I think this person would love to be on it. They'd be a perfect candidate. Or even yourself, if you want to be on it. Hit me up, guys. All right, everybody, shout out what platform you're on, what time you're going live today, or what's your schedule, and then we'll bid everybody adieu. JT?
Actually, I am a streamer on Mixer once again, and I'll probably be on in just a little bit, actually.
Bang. Ravage?
I'm gonna be back streaming probably in the next week. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/ no. Hold on, what about JT's Chatterbait?
Oh yeah, it's the same as my name, man.
Same as my name.
I mean,
Good.
like I said, I stream on Mixer. I'll be on Chatterbait tonight.
Oh Lord. Don't drop that in my chat. Don't drop
I'll be tuning in. I'll be tuning in.
I'm gonna be tuning in, but I'm gonna use my nickname. It's gonna be Big Papa 52.
Yeah, he whispers to me a lot.
I whisper
Big
a
Daddy
lot.
G,
Big
69.
Daddy G, 69. But all right, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for being on the show. I bid you guys adieu. I'll see you guys next weekend, Sunday, 3 p.m. PST for episode 7. Peace.